So in times like we're in right now, volatile financial markets, social unrest, there's many reasons and many excuses that one could have around investing today. And almost on a weekly basis, I get questions from clients, questions from just people that I know in my world of, Scott, is now a good time to invest? What should I be investing in given the social climate? And I really like a lot of Warren Buffett's quotes. And there's a Buffett quote from a Berkshire Hathaway meeting back in the 60s or the 70s. Somebody stood up at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting and said, Warren, what is the investment philosophy this year for Berkshire Hathaway? And Warren kind of chuckled and he paused for a second and he said, well, it's pretty much the same that it is every year. We invest based upon one variable and one variable only, and that's when do we need the money? So there's a lot of noise out there today from different talking heads on TV. Everybody with a microphone and a cell phone has the ability to claim to be an expert and to share their opinions on social media and the internet. And they've all got different ideas on what you should do with your money. But the first thing that we encourage our clients, and the first thing that I coach clients on thinking about before investing is, when do you need the money? Let's go back to the simplicity of Warren Buffett. For clients who say, I have to have this money within the next year, our firm's philosophy is that you should never invest money that you need within the next year. You should always have a short-term reserve or an emergency fund for your needs that are going to be in the next 1 year. If this money is longer-term money, maybe intended for a 10-year goal or beyond, such as retirement or college education, then you can look at things that are going to have higher return but more volatility, such as real estate, the stock market, individual securities, cryptocurrencies, gold and precious metals. All those things are on the board, but only for money that you don't need for a while. And then money that you need in the next 2 to 10 years, we call that midterm money. You should be looking at interest-bearing instruments and some very secure investments that aren't going to experience as much volatility, because your time horizon of when you need the money isn't 10 years. It might be 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. So any of our clients of our firm have seen our bucket illustration where we just line these buckets up on a dry erase board and say, our short-term bucket is money that we need now. Our midterm bucket is our money that we need in the next 2 to 10 years. And our long-term bucket is money that we need 10 years and beyond. And what this does is it allows us to have a process and basically a policy around our investment stating, if we need the money now or in the next 6, 7, 8, 9 years, we're not going to invest in high volatility things that could be very unpredictable in the short run. And regardless of what's happening today, regardless of what's happening in the political environments and the economic environments and in our country, your time horizon of when you need the money should be the number one thing that you think about when you're choosing investments. So when we look at what is the right thing to invest in, the number one thing to ask yourself is, when do I need the money? And if the answer is in the next 10 years, you want to stay away from riskier, higher volatile investments. But if you can put it away for a while, then maybe those could be suitable for you. So always remember short-term, mid-term, long-term, and the sage advice from Warren Buffett saying there's one variable that you should keep in mind when deciding on your investment philosophy or how you should invest. When do I need the money?